And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. The rise in crime in Houston this year has been devastating, but it also is having a significant impact on our young people. We catch up with a few teens who talk about how they stay away from it all and the organization they're involved with who is working to put an end to the crime. And joining us here on The Factor Uncensored is the president of APO, DeAndre Hutchinson. And also we have some young people joining us tonight, Eugenia Long and Javion Lewis. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. Let's start with the young people first. What kind of obstacles are there out there when you guys are trying to live a positive life? What do you see in the community that could put you on the wrong path? Javion, let's start with you.
Things that I see in the community that put me on the wrong path are, stuff like young people my age, like, you know, guns, being involved with like guns, weapons. I usually stay away from people like that, and I don't usually go out, so I don't really like too much know about that stuff. But I always hear from it from the news and from my mom because she's always telling me about it. Like even when I do want to go places, she's always letting me know. She's always letting me know you have to be careful. You can't go nowhere other than the place you told me, you're going to. And if you are going somewhere else, let me know. And I have to be, at home at a certain time. I can't never be outside at night.
But your mom is smart and headed in the right direction with you by keeping you away from that and making sure that you check in. Let's bring into the conversation Eugenia Long. Eugenia, as a young person, what kind of obstacles can get in your way? But how do you avoid all the violence and the danger for young people out there?
If I know like an area that's like I know it's like half crime or like suspicious acts over there, I wouldn't go that way. So like, cause I'm a college student, so for me, I wouldn't go to like certain places around campus if I know like crime always happens or like robberies and stuff happens over there. I wouldn't go that way. And most of the time, I would bring a person with me because I wouldn't feel safe. And of course, one of the outlets out there to keep young people from getting into trouble is APO. DeAndre Hutchinson, you guys, you're constantly in the community. I see you weekend after weekend with outreach programs to young people. What do you want parents to know, and what do you guys do to keep young people safe?
Absolutely. Thank you, Isaiah, for having me on. But we do a ton of things with our TAPS officers, Teen and Police Service, our PALs, our peer activities league. So we have a lot of officers inside of our schools. We also are pressing the command staff to allow officers to use their uncommitted time to go have lunch with the schools and be present inside some of our schools, as well as checking by when they're walking home, as well as going by some of the neighborhood parks and just hanging out with the kids, because we know how important it is that we invest in our youth. So I think the command staff is in favor of doing something like that. But APO is constantly trying to encourage youth to stay on the right path. We have a scholarship where we offer scholarships to community individuals to further their education. So there's a holistic approach that APO is doing to not only solve crime, as a lot of our members do in the concerned divisions, but we want to do a little bit more at preventing crime.